Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Pastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
John
Hola
doesn't want to be here,
amigos.
but we're going to be happy to be here.
That's right. So today we are talking about the Casa 1910 Revolutionary Edition Tierra Blanca. Toro Extra 6 by 54 comes out of an undisclosed factory in Mexico. Wrappers Mexican
Doesn't that
Sumatra.
sound sketchy? I mean,
Does sound a little
it
sketchy,
sounds like,
actually.
it sounds like, freaking, Attorney General Merrick Garland talking about, in this factory in Mexico that the State Department's going to take down.
Wrappers Mexican Sumatra binder filler, both Mexican and San Andres Negro. Blended by Manolo Santiago. Price point is $16.49. The cigar was released in August of 2022. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Listen, can we put up yeah, there it is. These are, maybe it's just the bands, but pretty cigars, man. Really nice, really good looking cigar. Mexican Sumatra. I don't think we've ever smoked any of those before. Um, Cigar starts out with some sweet spices, leather, dry wood. I got some coffee, some rich earth notes. There's some balance. I mean, it's rich, but there's balance, medium strength and body. There's like the slight mocha creaminess as well. Pretty enjoyable. Second, third shows a little bit of change. I was getting some cocoa, some red pepper, more medium full. Final third is just charred wood, mocha creaminess, spice, some cocoa powder, medium strength, medium full body. Good burn throughout, very nice draw. Really well constructed. John?
Well, yeah. My experience was kind of average throughout. There's some interesting flavor combinations, but they didn't quite mesh up. So, like in the first third, there was creamy leather and earth, and I'm like, okay, that could be good. But then there was lingering spices and leather, and it didn't harmonize at all. There's some sharp wood in the center of the profile and the retrohale, and I'm like, that's really distracting. And then sweet cedar out of nowhere by the halfway mark, and I'm like, these flavors are kind of all over the place. And then the last half of the first third was kind of creamy wood, tannic wood, and earth, and I'm like, what is going on here? Second third was kind of spices and wood, so it started out promising, creamy earth. I'm like, okay, okay. And then just kind of became earth forward by the halfway point, and then just really earth dominant in the last half. And then the last third was really earth and wood with some drying wood on the post drawn minerality. I'm like, it's not bad. It's just not good. Burn struggled a little bit. I think, which I'll talk to you about in a second. I had to do a touch up to intervene, so not a big deal. But the real story here, and I think probably affected the burn and the flavor profile was I had the draw was so resistant it was almost plugged. So I felt the cigar, and certainly the last third of the cigar near the cap was definitely quite packed and very firm to the touch, and the first two thirds of the cigar was noticeably more squishy. So I think just a bad roll, unfortunately, and I think ultimately it impacted the flavor profile because I was left with a pretty average experience. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with smoky oak and light earth. I got some light chalkiness that joined in a bit later, and then some black pepper further along. Second third saw the chalkiness depart, and then the final third saw some mintiness join in as the cigar warmed up. Cigar had a nice start for me. That smoky oak was kind of a nice touch. Second third, my tongue was kind of being caked with the smokiness, and the earth kind of picked up, which kind of took the profile down a notch and maintained that level the rest of the way. I definitely like this edition of the Revolutionary Edition better than the Cuchillo Parado that we smoked as the first one from this brand, but still isn't something I'd really see myself coming back to all that often. It just didn't pass that first third. It just didn't really do anything for me, and I did have a single relight and a little bit of a wavy burn. It's a slightly snug draw, so not the best construction, but not really anything I think that kind of had too much of an effect on things. All right, getting to the scores, start at the top. Seth and I both gave it a 5.75, and then John gave it a 5.05. So Seth had that 5.75 matchup for you.
Yeah, I know I pushed us to get this one through. I was all for it. I'm glad we smoked it. It was cool to smoke the wrapper. Yeah, it was a fun little smoke. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's fun to smoke something new. Especially just puros from all different over. If you get an opportunity to smoke in purchase, I would, just to have that experience. I don't think it's really. It's not like that mind blowing,
Right.
but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, my 5.75 matches up well. Above average flavor profile. It had pretty good construction, not the best. But it's okay. Not something I'd really come back to. John, how about that 5.05 matchup for you?
Yeah, average flavor profile with a slightly below average construction. That matches up well, and I guess I'm with Seth's sentiment that it's nice to have sort of checked that box of smoking Mexican Sumatra, but based on the profile, it's not really something I'd be reaching for.
And this review will be published on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, so John's score, I guess he did that on purpose to make the numbers line up.
Oh, I
so
didn't think about that.
I don't
That's
know,
funny.
but whatever.
Well, so if I'd really been thinking, I should have engineered it for the 555.
Yeah, I
Cinco,
guess.
cinco, cinco.
Final thoughts on this cigar.
They've
This
done a
one was
lot
a little
of-
good for me, but they've put out we've got one probably coming up in the next few weeks, which pretty good.
They've done a lot of stuff.
They've done a lot of stuff in a
They've
short
got the
period of time.
three editions from three different countries.
It's more than 3 editions. There's
Because each edition has its own. Every cigar is its own blend. There's no multiple vitolas of a blend.
which
Hard to sustain.
pros
Right.
and cons to it, and it's just you never can really tap into anything, and it's going to confuse the hell out of consumers. I think even
On a
for us,
shelf, people are going to think they're just different sizes of the same
it's
thing.
just different sizes, and it's one of those things. It's fun for us to kind of. I mean, you really have to smoke everything to find something in there,
Right.
and that's kind of infuriating. But glad we didn't waste time with June on this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So far out of the two editions that we've smoked, I would say the Mexico edition, the Revolutionary Edition, is a tier above the ones from Nicaragua, right? So the green bands.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I've found.
Yeah. All right.
But we have
And then we're going to get into the white bands. We're going to get into the white bands soon. So we'll see how they stack up after that.
because it's white. So
That's what I'm saying. Wait, what?
it's gonna be
all right.
mediocre. It's gonna be white. And white.
Wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Happy
Cinco,
Cinco de
cinco,
Mayo.
cinco.